Hello people, welcome to LACM React. My name is Micheal C. I am a former student of LACM, currently on the faculty board here as the Career Services Manager. I'm originally from the UK, and the way I found my way to LA was because I was working for an independent record label in the UK. I started off in the drum and bass scene in England when I was fresh out of school, started DJing and learning how to produce drum and bass, and then got a job at Charge Records, which, if anybody who knows drum and bass, Mampy Swift is the head of Charge Records, who's probably one of the biggest drum and bass DJs in the world. Certainly at that time was. So basically started working with him. At first I was literally just driving him to gigs every weekend, and then started getting in the studio with him, got a few credits. He was like, hey, I'm going on tour, and LA was one of the stops on the tour. Went and did the tour and fell in love with LA at the time. This was probably like 2009. And so I had always wanted to go back to school. The drum and bass industry is very niche, and I had never got a formal music education. And I just felt like there was some things that I wanted to learn that were kind of holding me back, to be honest with you. So it started me looking at schools around the world, really, but I really always remembered how much I enjoyed being in LA. And so I found LACM, and kind of the rest was history. Found my way here in the production program and went from there, basically.
This photo shoot in LA?
Yeah, this photo shoot was in LA. Yeah, so the first song that I had produced for that was non-drum and bass, actually, to be honest with you. This was like the first song that I had made while studying here. I was still a student in LACM when this photo was taken. And the first song that I had made, Blood on Her Hands, and I recorded it with a really great singer, Alex Hobbs. And we needed some photos, so we kind of went out. This is actually taken in the alleyway behind the school, funnily enough. Yeah, that brick wall is right there. And we had a great friend of ours take these photos, and yeah, that's pretty much the story of that. Yeah.
You love that photo shoot.
Yeah, we were going for dark and reflective, I guess.
What year?
That would have been either end of 2012, beginning of 2013. DJ Smokescreen was the name that I used to DJ by, yeah. I still do a couple of gigs here and there, and I'll use that name. Smokescreen was basically, when I was in school, I heard a great story about how the Rolling Stones took their name from an old Muddy Waters song, if I'm not mistaken. And I really like that concept, and my favorite drum and bass track is called Smokescreen, and so I kind of stole that idea. Yeah, I mean, when I got into drum and bass, it was probably around 2003, 2004. If I was going to impart any information to students coming here, especially producers that want to look at making beats, going into kind of like the more electronic, as you would call it, like the EDM world, it really does do you good to learn the history of where all this came from, because at the time that I came into the industry, specifically drum and bass, and started learning about the history of house music and electronic music, it really sends you back to like the late 80s, and you learn how, out of disco came the first kind of house music, and it was super fascinating, super helpful to kind of help you understand where it all comes from. It really gives you a little bit more of a sense of what electronic music can be, as opposed to this very kind of like on the grid, built in a door kind of thing, which I feel like it might have turned into a little bit now.
So we're going to move on to the second piece of media to react to. This one's a video.
Oh God. Looks like a great trailer to me. That was actually a school project while I was here. So the project was to create a trailer for a track that you had recorded. And so that was a track called Blood on Her Hands. It was kind of like a darker track. I mean, ultimately it was about a breakup, but it was written to be a little bit kind of disturbed. It had that kind of disturbed vibe. And so I wanted to kind of reflect that in the trailer. So I actually had a friend who was in school for graphic design, and so we had this idea. I asked him to do a little bit of animation and then blend the animation with the kind of the real footage that you see in there. And it was just meant to be kind of, yeah, it was a horror movie kind of trailer. So it was dramatic, and you know, it had the dragging of the body and all of that stuff. So yeah, it was fun, but that was a school project. To be honest with you, that trailer, I kept that up because I actually did get a couple of pieces of press from that trailer. At the time, there was a couple of music blogs that kind of saw it and liked the concept, and I got a write-up, and that was great because straight out of school, you're trying to build your portfolio of press and credits and all of this sort of stuff. And so, yeah, that particular trailer, which was a school project, ended up being really useful. The one thing I've noticed is people might be a little bit shy to record and create content while they're here. Sometimes people get a little bit too precious with their content and don't ever want to release it. Any type of content that you create, even as a student, you never know where it's going to get you. And I've seen students get really good opportunities off of demos that they just were going to throw away.
You think that video holds up?
I don't know. Do you think it holds up 12 years later?
Let us know in the comments.
I think the concept is cool. I still like the concept.
We're almost out of time, so we have one more thing. This is a song I want you to react to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another school project, and I forget the kind of the brief and like the class that it was for, but there was definitely there was some stuff that was required, and so I teamed up with my friend Alex and we wrote it together. I'm gonna reveal something about myself. I'm a big fan of the 80s. Production-wise, that was me trying a few things. The 80s is coming back. Yeah, everything kind of comes and goes. I think at the time Gaga was like in full kind of effect. We were kind of influenced by that as well, kind of, you know, what an 80s sound in, you know, back in 2012 would sound like. It was a fun experience. Yeah, it's the biggest piece of advice I can have for people as well is, you know, have fun when you're in the studio and you're recording and you're writing and all of that stuff. It comes across in the music. Yeah, what was it like here, kind of walking down memory lane? I definitely hear, there's like stuff I hear in the music that I'm like, I wouldn't do that today, or that needs to be better, you know. But that's okay, because you're supposed to get better as well. Knowing how you would do things better and improving is always, you know, I'm always looking to know how I can do things better. It was fun. It was really fun to look back at those things and listen to them again. I haven't listened to those particular two pieces in a long time, so I might go listen to them again right now.
Close your eyes. When you see me, walk away, walk away. Wipe those tears away.